Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Legal Latino Heat here on a Saturday, January the 22nd, 2022. 12222 or 1222022. Good morning, good morning. Today's sad news, ladies and gentlemen. Like always, New York City always provides content. New York City. I was like, I don't have nothing to talk about for a weekend show. There's nothing really going on. But all you have to really do is search New York City. And last night, ladies and gentlemen, 2 cops got shot responding to a domestic violence dispute in Harlem. We criticize the cops here. They're arresting innocent people for not having their vax cards. They're doing all these crazy things, right? Protecting politicians, protecting the rich people, protecting the mayor. But they don't really protect the citizens. We talked about the 19-year-old girl that got shot at the Burger King. The woman that got punched on the subway station last Saturday. The 40-year-old Michelle Go. And it's all happening by a certain demographic. What demographic is causing all these crimes, ladies and gentlemen? It's like a pattern. What demographic is causing all this? Like what demographic's in charge? Like what's going on? Things were bad, but they were never this bad. So Deloitte, good morning, Josephine Lopez. Deloitte funded group that wants to keep homeless on subway. Before I get onto the cop situation, I want to cover a couple of things. The corporate employer of tragic subway shoving victim Michelle Go, who was allegedly killed by this scholar over here, this homeless, because he shoved her because of God, helped fund a progressive nonprofit that sued to keep homeless from being ousted from the New York City transit system. Go, 40 years old, a senior manager at consulting conglomerate Deloitte, was killed January 15th, last Saturday, when Simon Marshall, 61, this scholar right here, this young scholar, he was on his way to get his master's degree on college at the university. Allegedly pushed her in front of an oncoming train at the Times Square station. He told reporters he did it because of God. Deloitte Financial Advisory Services donated between $25,000 and $50,000 in 2021 to the Urban Justice Center, according to the group's annual report. So she worked for a company that supported the homeless living on the subway, and she gets killed by those same subway homeless people she supported to keep on the subway. So she worked for the company. The Urban Justice Center receives most of its revenue, $25 million in the last fiscal year, from government grants. It also gets donations from left-wing groups like George Soros' Open Society Foundation. In addition to advocacy work for the homeless, the organization provides legal services on housing issues and for sex workers, among others. So you have these George Floyd, the Urban Justice Center for justice, for peace, and all they do is destroy this country. All these nonprofits. We got to help the poor. Like I said, I used to be a social worker. You cannot help the poor people. You cannot help out the less fortunate. Just keeping it real here. You cannot help these people. People love to get that free check. People love to get that free government money. People don't want to be helped. All they want is that free check in the mail. Inflation, give me more money. People are coming to realize that those $1,400 stimulus checks means more inflation. But people want the free money. They don't want to be helped. The homeless people do not want help. They rather be homeless, collecting a check, begging for money, doing drugs in the street. They love that. They don't want to be helped. If they wanted to be helped, they would have done something about it. We're all human. You're homeless for a reason. I've been homeless before for a month. I've been home, I'm not gonna lie. You know what? You get a job, you do something about it. Sometimes we don't have family to help you. I understand. But you do something about it. As long as you're alive, you can do something about it. But this is the world we live in now because groups support this behavior. Oh, don't worry. You could be homeless. You could be a junkie. We'll give you the needles. We'll give you the center to shoot up drugs. We'll give you all that. And we criticize cops here. Cops not doing their job, arresting 9-year-old girls from a museum. I actually have it right here. I forgot to. But then yesterday, 2 cops answer a domestic dispute in Harlem, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I can't hear right. There we go. So we're gonna listen to the police commissioner first of the NYPD.
As the officers were compassionately trying to provide aid to a 47-year-old man, he suddenly, without warning, opened fire on them. In a moment, a young 22-year-old life was ended, and another forever altered. Our department is hurting. Our city is hurting. It is beyond comprehension. I am not sure what words, if any, will carry the weight of this moment and what we are feeling. We have 4 times this month rushed to the scene of NYPD officers shot by violent criminals in possession of deadly, illegal guns. 4 officers, 5 officers shot. 1 fighting for his life in 4 incidents. And now tonight, 1 is dead.
Hey. Already blaming the guns. Blaming the guns. Illegal guns. No. Can we stop it right there? There's so many guns here in Texas. I'm surrounded by guns and I feel safe. It is not the guns. Can we stop with the guns? It is not the guns. Let's talk demographics, please. Talk about the certain demographics that's committing all these crimes. What is the one demographics that is costing most, not all. I'm not gonna say all. I apologize. I'll take that back. What demographics is causing most of the crime in New York City and across America? There, one particular demographic in common right here, ladies and gentlemen. Stop blaming the guns. It's the certain demographic that feels emboldened to go around shooting cops, pushing women onto the subway train.
West 135, Junior Boulevard. Lieutenant 84. That's 4. Units responded to shot fire for attack. Utilized stop making firearm control. 4, up the door, David, open the door. Boy 84. That's 4. Central, let me get a bus here. ASAP, let me get a bus. I have one. That's 4, I have the bus on route. What's going on? I'm rushing the bus. That's 4.
The demographic that causes mass shooting. When does a mass shooting happen? Once a year, every 2 years, every 3 days. What demographic is killing each other every day in Chicago? 10, 20 lives a day, getting people getting shot, kids getting shot, 8-year-olds getting shot, 8-month-year-old getting shot. There's one in New York of an 11-month-year-old baby getting shot. So the news doesn't cover it. People only fixate on the one mass shooting, one person went postal. Yeah, it happens. Yes, it happens. But what crimes are going on every day? Every single day. Chicago, Detroit, New York City, San Francisco. Look around. It's not covered by every report, every news. It's not covered. You got to search it. That's what I got to look for this stuff. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the guy that shot the cops right here. Speaking of demographics, alleged NYPD cop killer has lengthy rap sheet, was out on probation. The man who allegedly ambushed and shot two NYPD officers, one fatally in Harlem Friday, is a convicted felon who was out on probation at the time, authorities says. LaShawn McNeil, 47, was shot in the head and armed by a third officer as he tried to flee and was hospitalized in critical condition Friday night. NYPD Chief of Detectives James Essex said at the press conference. Oh, maybe we need to have a statue for this LaShawn McNeil, another George Floyd disciple, wanted to be the next George Floyd over here. The alleged gunman was on probation for a 2003 felony narcotics conviction in New York City. So about 20 years ago, this guy couldn't get his life together, still causing problems. He also had several prior arrests outside of the Big Apple. In 1998, geez, man, you were committing crimes before 9/11. In 1998, he was arrested in South Carolina for unlawful possession of a weapon. The matter was later dismissed, records show. McNeil was then busted for assaulting a police officer in Pennsylvania, 2002, Essex said. In 2003, he was charged twice in Pennsylvania, once on a felony drug charge and also on a misdemeanor narcotics charge. So I guess this is the gun that he used, the Glock. Oh, he had the drum on it? Jeez, man. NYPD's officers recovered an illegal Glock 45 equipped with a here we go. With the high capacity magazine. Now New York is going to go hard on the guns. They're going to high capacity magazine. Another law to ban hand capacity. They don't even sell these at the stores. I don't even see this at the Bass Pro Shops. I don't see this at Academy. When I go to a gun shop, I don't see, they don't sell these things. But they're going to focus on this right here. I already see it. The high capacity magazines. His last known address was Allentown, Pennsylvania, about 90 miles west of the Big Apple. Rest in peace, Jason Rivera, 22 years old. Looks like he just came out of the academy. So that's the officer who lost his life yesterday. "22 years old, man. Sad, sad, sad. You know what his problem was? He responded to the call. He was actually doing his job. You know, when people usually call 911, cops don't show up because of this reason. This officer actually did his job. Because that's what a lot of cops do now. You get the call and you don't respond to it. I don't blame the cops for doing it. I criticize them for it because we talked about the Burger King girl getting robbed, the 19-year-old. And then the cops are arresting people at Burger King for not having vax cards. But yet they don't go and, try to protect the girl. Of course it can't be all over the place. But just to see how backwards all of this is. Just to see how backward. It's all backwards, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to make sense of this. I have another video of, is over here. Cops arresting a 9-year-old. So, on one hand, you're defending cops, and the other hand, You got to be like, what the hell are you guys doing? You're keeping it real here, ladies and gentlemen. Keeping it real. So these are the NYPD cops arresting a 9-year-old. This happened yesterday.
You are traumatizing a little child.
This is fucking disgusting. No. I know a captain that works in the fucking Central Park.
Look at the child.
Look at her.
Look at the child. This is what we're doing
No.
to children.
Where are you taking her? Where are they taking her? Like, it's fucking fucked up.
Child abuse. What kind of future do we want for our children? What kind of future do we want for our children? Just because she refused to show her papers of her experimental gene therapy. We are going to talk to the 23 years.
So there you have NYPD officers arresting a 9-year-old for a museum. I played the one when they arrested people from the Burger King, arrested kids, parents at the Applebee's. So you're having the public turn on you. And then this happens yesterday, the cop getting shot. You're messing with us, right? You're messing with us.
There it is inside one of those ambulances being escorted away from the hospital, heading to the medical examiner's office, being saluted and escorted by hundreds, and we mean hundreds. It's a striking picture tonight. We haven't seen anything like this in some time. Hundreds of officers escorting this officer's remains to the medical examiner's office. A moving tribute tonight in our city.
It is the ambulance there that you see in the front, NYPD 102 marking. Before it started moving, this procession started moving, we saw police officers saluting the back of the ambulance as this 22-year-old officer's body was escorted out of the hospital and placed inside this ambulance. And as you said, Maurice, tonight, you can't help but feel the sadness in this department, within this department here tonight. The voices that we heard at the news conference earlier, the sorrow, the anger, it's here tonight in New York City, and even the residents there in Harlem that we heard from saying that these illegal guns need to get off our streets.
No, especially the residents saying that tonight, and the mayor and the police commissioner saying this was an attack on our city, not just an attack on police officers. We will keep an eye on this. We'll continue to follow this as these officers make their way down Fifth Avenue to the medical examiner's office, which I believe is on 26th or 24th Street in downtown Manhattan. And there you see it there on your screen, too.
And also important to note that another officer, a 27-year-old, is still in the hospital in grave condition. We will give you more details as it becomes available into our newsroom.
So blame the guns, right? I read the article. They already posted on the New York Post, high capacity magazines. You heard that news report. The illegal guns, the guns. Once again, it's the guns' fault, right? The guns are going around shooting people in New York, in Chicago, and Detroit, right? It's the guns' fault, right? The guns. The guns are committing all this. The guns, right? Always the guns. There's a lot of guns here in Texas. People are not shooting each other all the time. Yeah, there's crime, but not every like this. The guns. You already hear the guns. How about the demographic? Nobody wants to talk about demographics.
Yeah, that's a dead body of somebody. Yeah, they pumping somebody. They pumping somebody hard. He dead. He is dead. Yeah, he's dead. Yeah, he's dead. Yeah, he's dead. Yeah, one suspect is dead. Yeah, he's dead. They even stopped pumping him.
They're critical. They're critical. So Harlem Hospital's right there. So this happened like 15 minutes ago.
They're bringing somebody.
This victim mentality. Oh, we gotta help the homeless. We gotta help the poor people. Black people don't have IDs to vote. Ugh. Hispanic people don't know where the voting booths are at. Ugh. These Democrats, these leftists, always treat us like idiots, like we're stupid. Oh, they need to be bused to the polling stations. They don't need to have IDs to vote. Always treating us like idiots, man. I'm telling you, nobody talks about demographics. Nobody talks about it, right? When people want to move out of a city, right? I want to go to the white neighborhoods. I want to go to the suburbs. I want to live where the white people are at. I don't want to live in Harlem. I don't want. Yes or no? All of those. Oh, you're racist. You're racist. Where do you live at? Where do you live at? Oh, I don't want to live over there. Why? Why you don't want to live over there? All of you that I love Black Lives Matter. I'm defending Black Lives. Oh, where do you live at? Oh, in the suburbs. Oh, okay. You have a house. Oh, all right. Let me see you say that if you're living down in Harlem or in the South Bronx. I used to live in the Bronx. That's why I left. The demographics changed. It's very dangerous. I don't want to be a part of that. I moved. You're going to tell me people don't look at the demographics before they move or buy a house? Get out of here with that. You're lying to yourself. Ooh, why is this house so cheap? Oh, I get it. I see the neighborhood that it's in. That's why nobody's buying this house. That's why this house is so cheap. Think about it. I'm tired of all this racism. We got to be honest, man. Stop with all this. Oh, it's racist. No. We got to speak about it. Racist is not speaking about it. Talking about it is not racist because it's understanding. Enough with this, man. Oh, you're racist. No, it's the truth. Save our city. NYC Mayor Eric Adams makes desperate plea after cop shooting. That's right there. That's right. So I think I have his press conference over here. Always blaming the guns. Let me see what. That's right. So the 9-year-old arrested. I played that.
Night. I mean, there's only so much you can do. Well, there's only so much you can do, and this whole notion of, police being militarized. I mean, you look at the variety of calls that police officers have to handle, from simple disturbances on the street to something like an active shooter or what we saw last night. I mean, there's only so much you can do. So to me, that argument just doesn't really make a lot of sense. But what is really tragic is the fact that we just fail to do anything about these illegal guns.
Yeah, here we go.
High capacity magazine that you saw in that photograph. I mean, who needs something like that? There's no place for that anywhere. And I can understand the mayor is frustrated. He's upset. He's asking Washington to do something. But quite frankly, Washington can't get out of its own way. Our Congress is totally useless right now when it comes to things like this. So we're going to have to deal with it at the local level best we can. But it's going to be a tough fight. Last year, we had increases in violent crime in cities across the country, including.
It's the gun. It's the gun's fault, right? This gun. Where's the gun now? I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen. Once you heard it, this is so predictable. It's the gun's fault. It's the gun, ladies and gentlemen. It's the gun. This shot the cops. This got up on its own. This high capacity mag. Have they mentioned the guy that shot the cops?
We're going to have to deal with it at the local level best we can, but it's going to be a tough fight. Last year we had increases in violent crime in cities across the country, including the one I'm in right now, Philadelphia, that had a record year in terms of homicides.
Yeah, because of the guns, right? The guns, not the demographics, the guns.
And so far this month, that number's exceeded last year's January total. This isn't going to get better on its own. We're going to have to take some very strong action, get these guns off the street, and more importantly, get the people who are using these guns off the.
How about the other way around? How about getting these people off the streets and giving guns to law-abiding citizens to defend themselves? How about that? But you want to talk about getting the guns off the streets. You're talking about getting the guns off innocent people. You know what's going to happen, right? It just they made things so bad that people are just going to be like, you know what? Take my guns away. Take the guns away. Take everybody's guns away. That's it's the guns' fault, everybody. It's the guns' fault. It's the guns. It's the guns committing all these crimes, these heinous crimes. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, the gun killed this lady too. Let me show you. So last week this happened, right? The 40-year-old woman that got pushed onto the train by this homeless person, Samuel Marshall, said he fatally shoved go because of God. Where's the gun here? I don't see the gun here. Where's the gun? Oh. Where's the gun? Where's the gun there? Where's the gun here? This is the guy that shot the 19-year-old at the Burger King last week. The gun committed this crime. The gun killed this 19-year-old girl. Right? The gun killed her. Not this upstanding citizen up here. It was the gun. So the guy that I mean the gun that killed this young 19-year-old did it, not this person. CNN won't talk about this. They'll talk about the guns. This is
Team. Grab the car, Jack. Grab the car. She gave you the money, man. Why?
oh, they took out the curses, so it's crazy, ladies and gentlemen. Where's our friend Eric Adams? Let me pull up Eric Adams. I gotta keep up to date with the stuff that's going on in New York, man, because you miss one day, and all these things that are going on in New York, I can't miss a day. Oh, let's check this out. Another crime in New York. Let me read this. On January 18th, 2022, Curtis Lewa and the Guardian Angels cornered a knife-wielding pervert on the NYCR train. So there's another thing that's going on. Then the cops are not arresting people in New York. You could go around and do crazy things, and the cops are not going to arrest you. Like the district attorney Alvin Braggs, they're not prosecuting this stuff. They lowered the charges. He was held until NYPD officers responded. Here's NYPD. They're going to pat him down and release him. Lazily patted down and released without a warrant. Despite threatening passengers with a knife and exposing himself repeatedly, officers didn't ask for an ID. Even if he was charged, there would be virtually zero consequences, as per New Manhattan's DA Alvin Bragg's memo. Our NYC subways are unsafe because of the policies lawmakers have put in place. But they want to blame the guns, right? Not the policies that the lawmakers are putting. It's the guns' fault and the knives. So where are we, ladies and gentlemen? Cops not doing their job, and when the cops do their job, they get shot. Now they want to take the guns away. Everything is just all over the place. I probably can't even make sense of all this, right? But we all know one thing. We're all going to blame the guns. Okay, here's Eric Adams.
The killers. This was just not an attack on. It is our city.
That's right.
The killers.
That's right.
This was just not an attack on 3 brave officers. This was an attack on the city of New York.
That's right.
We must save this city together. And let me be clear. There are no gun manufacturers
Here we go.
in New York City.
That's right. You see, I say it as a joke. That's right. And they're they're actually doing it. That's right. That's right. Yo, you can't make this up, man. You know, every time Eric Adams, the swag, right? This is the mayor with swag. Major swag over here. Major swagger over here. Every time he speaks, man, I just want to be like, that's right. That's right. Tell me you don't feel like saying that when he speaks, ladies and gentlemen.
We don't make guns here.
That's right.
How are we removing thousands of guns off the street?
That's right.
And they still find their way into New York City. And we have witnessed the failure on a federal level to stop the flow of guns to this city. We are not going to live under the gun of dangerous people in New York City. We're going to honor the...
How about not living under dangerous people? I love my gun. I feel very safe with my gun. My gun is right here next to me. I feel very safe with my gun. I don't feel safe around a certain demographic, I'll tell you that much. But I feel very safe with my gun around me. I don't have problem with guns.
Memory of this officer lost to gun violence by standing united against these killers and those who are arming them. And I thank these men and women who wore that uniform, wear the uniform that I wore. And countless number of times we had to go to hospitals and visit loved ones. But to knock on doors and tell family members they lost their family to gun violence. And now you have to do it with one of your own. But I'm going to ask you something. No matter how painful this moment is, don't give up on these people in this city.
That's right.
Don't give up.
That's right.
Don't feel as though that they don't want you to do your job.
That's right.
Twitter and Instagram and social media, they're not the people you're protecting. They want you here to do your job.
That's right.
No matter who's the mayor, no matter who's the governor, no matter who's the elected official, you have done your job, and let's continue to do so. Let's
That's right.
protect the people of this city and not allow anger to get in our way of protecting those who are living with this violence every day.
It's the gun's fault, ladies and gentlemen. And there's one thing we learned this morning, it's the gun's fault. It's always the gun's fault. It's not the people. It's the guns for it's those evil gun manufacturers, big guns, right? Evil gun manufacturers, ladies and gentlemen. I live in Texas without a worry too. That's right. That's right. I live in a red state to feel safe, man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to cover the officer that got shot yesterday. Rest in peace, Jason Rivera, 22 years old officer that got shot yesterday. Rest in peace. 22 years old, ladies and gentlemen. 22 years old. Rest in peace, officer. So this is the gun that was used. And this was the scholar who shot the officer. He's alleged NYPD cop killer, has a lengthy rap sheet, was out on probation. Who would have thought that? Who would have imagined? All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for giving me 36 minutes of your morning. Just wanted to update you guys on the 2 officers shot and what's going on. Sometimes when breaking news like this happens, a lot of things, I like to cover it, get all the information in the video. And any more updates, I'll have it back for Monday's morning show. Maybe I'll do a show tomorrow morning if anything crazy goes on today. So the more crazier stuff that goes on, the more shows I do. But I'm regularly on Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. Most likely, I'm at like a 90%. I'll be doing a pigeon stream tomorrow, 7 o'clock my time, or maybe a little bit later. But I will definitely be doing a pigeon stream tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen. I think 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock my time is good because the California crowd it really hates the pigeon. So I'll be most likely doing a show tomorrow evening. I'm getting some research done on the pigeon, lining up some videos because there's a lot of new people that don't know about the pigeon. And we're going to go back in time, cover the pigeon from the beginning. All hands on deck for the pigeon stream. As a matter of fact, let's check in on the pigeon. Let's check on the pigeon for a second, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. Before I go. Every time I talk about the pigeon, the ratings go up. Oh, the pigeon is a rating magnet. Pigeon is a rating magnet. All right, because I take her trash, that's her content, that's her page, and I make fun of it, and it's funny. I enjoy making fun of her stupid content. Let's see what the pigeon's up to. Oh, so the pigeon is traveling. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, cool. Here's hobo chili recipe. Pigeon lore. I'm gonna definitely work on a pigeon stream for tomorrow. Did we cover this one? Yeah, we did. I remember that dog barking. So yeah, I'll be doing a pigeon stream tomorrow because there's so many hours of pigeon. I don't want to sit you guys down to watch all her stupid videos. I gotta find the timestamps where it's good to skip to it. I think we covered this one yesterday, January 20th. This one I didn't cover yet. Damn, this pigeon does so many videos. This one I haven't covered yet. 20 hours ago. Yeah, we didn't cover this one. This is 20 hours ago. Pigeon is like chupacabra lore. Let me see. Oh, what a freeze frame from the pigeon. Yeah, we didn't cover this one. 36 minutes. I don't have 36 minutes this morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Under such tragic circumstances, because it is, anytime you have a murder like that, it's so tragic, and for someone to try to gain views off the internet, off of someone who they never even met, who they're using.
Oh, I think I covered this one yesterday. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna have to look into these videos, chop them up tomorrow. I'm gonna have a pigeon stream tomorrow evening. Sundays are like the best days for me to stream. According to YouTube analytics, Sundays are the best day because nobody else streams on Sundays. So I'll be streaming tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you set your reminders for tomorrow. I'll post the time. Oh, yeah. We're going to, Super Spurg. I'm glad you brought that up. We're definitely going to cover the fact, right, that she begs for money before she goes on vacation. We have posts, right? I just saw right now on the Facebook, right? She posts this herself, right? Look, so you guys don't think I'm lying, right? Look, she posts this her booking, right? She's flying from Tijuana. You can't see the bottom part. Let me see. Oh, you can't see the bottom part. She's flying from Tijuana. Look right here. It says $142, right? And if you go to her dog's page, right here, let's go to her dog's page. Look right there. Boom. Right? She's begging for $150 2 days ago. So this is what she does on her dog page. That's right. I'm assistant. This is what they're going to win next year. I got a job, man, over there. That's what they're going to win next year. So I don't know. I got to look for it, but she begs for money. Like she records her dogs. Oh, I need money. And then she gets a lot of doggy donations, and then she travels. Ew, what the hell is this?
I can't think of where she could have gone far enough where I can't find them. I literally just ran into like 10 more and I can't find them. And what concerns me is that he was in pain. So
Why, she lost one of her dogs?
I do this, so don't mind me. He just started working here today. I told him it's been he or she had been here for 4 days. He's like, it's my.
Why does she always record up her nose, man? Up her nose. We'll save this for tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to Dennis Rice, Hobo Chili Recipe, Super Spurg, Hobo Chili Recipe, Arena C, Super Spurg, FTW Nil, Trid, Rocky Man, Rocky Matrix, Original Burns, Trid, Mr. Crypto, Rocky Man, Rocky Matrix, Hobo Chili Recipe, Yeti. Thank you for tuning in. Josephine Lopez, AJ Infowars. Thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. This was a quick show. Quick show. Shout out to Tammy from Virginia. Shout out to you guys. Tomorrow, I should be back tomorrow evening with a pigeon stream. Thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. This was a quick weekend update. Take care, everybody. Have a good rest of your weekend.